I have nothing going for me. I have no advantages. I have nothing to my name. I have no money. I have no network. I have no resources. But using Rory Sutherland's reframing, it also means that you have nothing to lose, which makes you incredibly dangerous.
You really can solve a lot of male problems by getting in shape and making money. You still have problems. They're just smaller and you have more resources to handle them. The world is there for the taking for anyone who can learn from their mistakes, do what they say they were going to do, and stick with it, even if it's not sexy. What used to make a man acceptable now makes you extraordinary. The bar for winning has never been so low.
At the end of the day, I ask myself one question: can I take one more step? And usually the answer is yes. So if you can answer that question and not take another step, that is real failure. That is real quitting. So a lot of people can take one more step, but they choose not to. I don't know if you can take 2 steps. You got to answer that question after you take the first step. But I can always take one more step, so if I choose not to, that's on me. And I got to live with that.
The superpower of learning to be alone and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think it's critical, and I do think that these times where you just think about things, just be alone and think about things, are so rare these days. And I think during those rare times is when you really get to understand what you actually believe or don't believe.
It's a lonely road. It's only you. No matter how much help you have or PT you have, if your tendons go or whatever the heck happens, you still have to put in the work every day and endure the pain and manage the pain and mitigate it. And it can be quite lonely.
My message would be, look around yourself and be thankful for what you do have today. Don't look for what you don't have. You know, you got to be happy with who you are. A wise man once said, you got to know yourself before you can know anybody else. Study yourself, try and understand yourself. Think what makes you happy and do that, and what makes you sad, don't do it. It's very simple, really. If something makes me sad now, then I'm not going to do it anymore. Take that out of my life. I don't want that. And if you know something's going to lead you down the wrong way and wrong path in life, don't do it. Simple. Very simple. Set yourself small-time goals, long-time goals. Achieve them and move on.
Listen to me. If you wake up in the morning and it kills you to get in the shower and put your clothes on, get in that car and drive to your job, you hate it so bad, get out. You are in the wrong place. You don't belong there. I'm telling you, you don't belong there. And you know it. You know you don't belong there. You're just scared to make that move. That move is scary.
So how do you make the move? Do you put it at risk? Do you
walk out.
You walk out.
You walk out.
How have you learned to have a better relationship with yourself, the voice inside of your head, to be kinder if things go badly? You're smiling.
I like me. I like me. I would buy me a drink. I look at me now and I see all the warts. Okay, I see all the negatives more than anybody else does. I see the positives. And over the whole balance of stuff, I like me. And I can give myself the same grace. If you and I were friends, I can give myself the same grace I can give you. Because I like me.
You can't have an easy life and a great character. You've got to kind of go out there and decide what you want. That's the first great adventure. And then getting it is the second great adventure. So it sort of speaks to that thing of like wishing wells work. But they don't work when it's not the magic. The magic is you going, oh, what do I wish for? What do I want being the fundamental. Like if you know what you want, that's incredibly powerful. Most people don't.
I isolate myself. I don't look at messages on Instagram. I don't send messages on Instagram. I don't go out. You would not like my life. No, it'd be boring. I take away all distractions. I mean, I'm 33 years old. I would love to have a family and love to be married, but it didn't happen, and I don't want to bring, right now I control everything. And I haven't met a girl that I feel can bring stability and not instability.
And the worst part is the loneliness that comes with that. I think there's a loneliness that I have. The responsibility that you have and is isolating, and the weight is isolating. So I think the worst part of that is the feeling like nobody really understands, and sometimes falling into the spaces of like just, being alone, feeling alone.
What would you say to anybody that's lost direction in life in the way that you have?
I would say I'm still in the midst of it, but I do believe it will be for the better. I feel like the path I was on I knew when I was on it wasn't the best for me. So if I stayed on that path, it might not be lost, but I'm not discovering anything else. And at least in being lost, you might discover something new that's better.
Finally, in SEAL training, there's a bell. A brass bell that hangs in the center of the compound for all the students to see. All you have to do to quit is ring the bell. Ring the bell, and you no longer have to wake up at 5 o'clock. Ring the bell, and you no longer have to be in the freezing cold swims. Ring the bell, and you no longer have to do the runs, the obstacle course, the PT, and you no longer have to endure the hardships of training. All you have to do is ring the bell to get out. If you want to change the world, don't ever ring the bell.